All right, welcome to our Monday Night Team Zoom, and we are going to start out here right away here. Whoops, with a little video because we have a brand new product that just released today, and this is a big part of what we are focusing on tonight. So we're going to start out with this little 30-second clip. So there was a very quick introduction to our new gummies. Hooray! And we will be talking about those here in a little bit. And every night, every Monday night, guys, we are here to bring you guys a new topic that we feel, that our team wants to educate you guys on. And tonight, this is actually one that I feel is special to me because I do feel like whether you have kids, you have grandkids, that even just kids around you, that learning more about ways that we can take care of health naturally is just something that will pay off long term, not just for you, but also for them and their health. So when we look at, it's kind of interesting what adults need. It is actually very similar to what kids need. Simple things, making sure they're getting enough rest, making sure they're exercising. We really want to be aware of our chemicals and our exposures around us. We're going to touch on that for just a minute here tonight. And improving our diets, looking at adding, of course, more whole and real foods, and making sure that we also are filling the voids and getting enough of the essential nutrients that we're not having any areas that we are leaving gaps in their diet. So what's happening today with our children's health? I always am a big fan of statistics because I think that this goes to show why this is something we need to be educated on, and we need to be sharing this with others. So this is why we record these, so you can share them with other people. But the statistics are showing, and this is not getting any better, but the amount of children that are becoming unhealthy today is staggering. And the amount of numbers that are continuing to double and triple for, and again, this can also go into play with adults, and it's very sad to say that so much of this could be prevented. And now more than ever, what we're talking about tonight is extremely important. So as you're reading through some of these things, just take note of all of the kids or adults that that some of this stuff pertains to. And I guarantee if I asked you all, you would be able to name several people that could use some issues or need some help with some of these issues. And tonight we're focusing on our immune system. And I find it to be interesting that kids miss on average 8 school days per year because of health issues. And I don't say this to brag, but I say this as a testimonial that, Arthur, turn the lights on, honey, that we have 5 kids. And I can honestly say that we hardly ever miss school for being sick. And, I honestly believe that is because we put into place all of these things that we're talking about here tonight. So again, just kind of a quick recap, looking at how we can start to incorporate more simple tips, very simple things like adding protein at breakfast. If you're giving your kids sugar-coated cereals to start their day, that is not the way to be building up their immune system. Adding sugar, processed foods, all of those things deplete our immune system, along with antibiotics. As soon as someone is sick, generally the first thing that is recommended is to take some type of antibiotic, which is going to continue to not only decrease and deplete their immune system, but it also is going to play a difference in how they can ward off other illnesses. So we notice a reaction of when we start to continue to overload our bodies with the bad things, more bad things happen to our bodies. So we need to get back to simple things such as our diets. We talked about protein to start our day. We're looking at adding in things that are crucial, such as, more fruits and vegetables, whole grains, legumes, eating more healthy fats. These are, you wouldn't think of these necessarily as, wow, these are related to our immune health, but they 100% are related to what happens to our immune system, because our bodies are made to work together. So if one area of our body is lacking, it's going to pull from somewhere else. And this is what becomes very scary, is then we notice that we have more and more symptoms that lead to diseases. And this is why we have found, and I know there are many, many people that can attest to, if we are doing the right things, we're going to notice our body's working better, including our kids. And supplementing is going to be another great area to discuss. And that's what we, started out our Zoom here with, was announcing the new Immunity Gummy. And we just want to highlight why we chose to partner with Shaklee and why they are different. This is a very key indicator on what you're reading on the screen here of a company that has integrity, and that their philosophy and mission is 100% in line with what we want to see for long-term wellness. And we want to make sure that we have quality tests. They've been around long-term, over 100 years. They've never had any questionable results in their testing. And the fact that they actually test their products before, during, after processing, and their standards are well above anything else we see in the industry today. And that also goes to say these are used by people everywhere. These products are not something that are brand new and is a, quick fix and just trying to join in with a trend. These products are used by NASA. These products are used by Olympians and many people around the world to help improve health. And we have to highlight here really quickly the landmark study. And again, even if you're not into numbers, you need to know that what you're taking is actually working. And this is where the third-party clinical studies, as you can see on the screen here, prove that all around, from our aging to our inflammation in our body to our cholesterol, can be improved and has been improved by people that use Shaklee products for 20 plus years. So this study to me is kind of the highlight in why we, bless you, are sharing what we are here. So let's just start out here really fast with getting into understanding. One of the things we want to look at is a foundation for our health. And again, adults or kids, a very strong foundation will include something that is helping to improve our gut health. A lot of our immune system lies in our gut health, even neurotransmitters like serotonin. And this is key for helping with so many different functions in our body, including digestive health, but also we talk about depression. We talk about anything to do with brain health. This is a very important topic, even right now, over sanitizing. And the more that we are sanitizing, unfortunately, the more we are killing off the good bacteria and decreasing our microbiome, which is what helps fight and protect our bodies. And these are some of the things that continue to decrease our microbiome and our gut health. We're not sleeping appropriately. We're not giving our bodies good nutrients. We're on antibiotics. You can definitely notice if you have an autoimmune disorder listed here, that is a lot of times a huge connection with a really high increase in the bad bacteria. If you look at, again, some of these things on here, you would never correlate that to oftentimes your gut health. So very interesting the more you learn about this. So we want to let you know of a couple options that we have found helpful, that we have used for our kids and many, many other people. A good probiotic is key. Now there's a couple different options. This is showing on the screen here a pearl that's a probiotic. It's very, very small. We gave it to actually our kids starting at 2 weeks old. Our first born son was about 6 weeks early, and we were a little worried how he was going to develop, and he had issues right away with not being able to nurse. And at 2 weeks old, he started to develop thrush, and we started giving these probiotics, and it worked to heal actually the thrush super quickly. But it can be used for so many things at any age. And this particular one here has about 250 million bifidus and 250 live acidophilus strains. So when we look at that, that complete number is 500 million, and that is the number they have found to be the most balanced between those two strains to help with improving gut health. And we're also looking at another option, which is our DI, and this has in there an immunity component. So this is a little special because it has even more than the last one, and it's different than the last one. So if you notice, again, you have a lot of symptoms that you struggle with gut health, using both of them sometimes can be very helpful because this is totally different than the last one. But this does have in there that, again, special immunity strain added to it. And I also want to note here at the very bottom, this is key, that not all probiotics are the same. Not all supplements are the same. And there has been many, many studies, and this just notes one, that there was actually a study that tested 14 probiotics, and only one actually contained the species of bacteria that was listed on the label. And that's, again, very scary because you may be buying products that you have no idea if they work or not. And I really quickly do want to highlight here too, that this DI, you can actually open this and dump it into foods. So it's great for kids because you don't have to worry about the bacteria dying because it's still going to be live, even if the capsule is opened. Don't need refrigeration. And if you're looking at, reading the screen here, that is one thing to note. Everything is gluten-free, vegan, and great to know that we are getting clean sources for our nutrition. So we're talking about foods a little bit at the beginning. And I want to highlight one of the best things that we can do, I have found as an adult, and I feel for kids, are smoothies. Now, I know there's a couple other you guys on here too that would definitely back this up. Smoothies are a great way to pack in, especially vegetables, because that is one of the things for our immune system we find that we neglect the most is enough vegetables. So I just want to highlight having a great plant-based smoothie is a perfect breakfast, can be a perfect meal replacement. And we throw in there little things like the greens, which gives us a cup of spinach, kale, and broccoli in a powdered form. We have our protein shake, the life shake we mentioned, which protein is a staple. Do you mind turning up the lights for me, honey? Arthur turned him down. Thanks. So those are all just good little tips, guys, from a diet standpoint. But now let's get into a little bit more about specific supplements. Now, I kind of struggled because there are so many things we could talk about, but we're going to narrow it down to just a few, starting with vitamin C. Vitamin C is, when you look at what vitamin C does, it's a crucial antioxidant. And it is one that, unlike animals, we do not produce vitamin C in our body. So vitamin C is easily destroyed and it's water soluble, which means our body cannot store it. And that's why it's crucial that we get it through our diet. And finding whole food sources of vitamin C can actually be very difficult. And there is a sustained release C, which is going to continue to keep it into your system for many hours, or we have a chewable C. And this one here is equivalent to about 7 oranges. And 1 a day for kids and 2 a day for adults is optimum. And this is perfect for any age as soon as they can start to chew and chew up their food and feel like they can comfortably swallow, they can start eating the chewable vitamin C. And Scarlett here was willing to share with us really quickly here a little bit about vitamin C and how she's found has helped her in her morning regimen. So go ahead, Scarlett. What do you think about the vitamin C? You can say why it's your favorite. Sure.
I like the chewable vitamin C because it tastes like candy. And I know it's not candy, but it's really good. So that's basically why it's my favorite.
Perfect. Thank you. And they literally ask for it every single day. Perfect, Scarlett. Trenton, you want to add? Somebody just got home from wrestling, so maybe he wants to share. Trenton?
I like them because it tastes like lemon.
It does. Very good point. It has a lemon cream flavor. So we love vitamin C, guys. And you look at, certain times to increase, thanks, buddy, our vitamin C. We think of colds, flu, viral, all the things that, tend to play a part in our immune system. But even issues with things like, if you bruise easily, if you had an injury, if you had surgery, helping you to heal, varicose and spider veins, all those capillary type issues can definitely be a reason to add extra vitamin C, even skin issues. And looking at things like if people smoked, they oftentimes have very low amounts of vitamin C, and it really is helpful for almost any health challenge. So we are big fans of vitamin C. So our next one you want to talk about here really quickly is our Incredibites. And our Incredibites is going to be your chewable option for kids and any age child as soon as they can chew. Generally, we say once they can chew, we give them 1 a day. Once they're 4, then we go up to 2 a day. And that's just a rough guideline. But again, if you give them more, the great thing about Shaklee is it's all food-based. So we don't have to worry about it being, unsafe. So our Incredibites, one of the key ingredient here is actually called lactoferrin. And we want to highlight this because it's something a lot of people have never heard of. But lactoferrin is actually a milk protein that is present in colostrum when you are basically breastfeeding. So it is a very strong antimicrobial type. It creates activity that will help with boosting immune function. So this is why it helps with defending, and that's why we have it in our children's product. And note that this is also, because a lot of kids are lactose intolerant, that this does not have any lactose in it. A lot of people ask that because of the lactoferrin in there. So this also has a great source of vitamin D and other, again, crucial nutrients to cover the basis. Remember, this is a multi, so this is covering the basis of your vitamins and minerals that we need in our diet. All right, Arthur came down because he was really excited because he has been asking. We got to try these early. And we had one bottle, and it literally lasted our family about 4 days because the kids liked them so much. So, Arthur, every day has been looking for the mail truck. And what are you looking for? Gummies. Every mail truck we see, he sits out there and says, "Do they have my gummies?" Right, Arthur? Yes. So these are a big hit. Thank you. That's a great testament that they taste good. That's huge. And that is one of the problems we find with a lot of the products out there is if they don't taste good, our kids are not going to want to eat them. So these actually taste amazing. And the ingredients in here are very clean. Granted, they're cute and they look like gummy bears. They're very nutrient packed with immunity component ingredients. So we're very excited to have these. Again, they just came out today. Is the first day we can actually officially order these. So a serving size is 3 gummies for 4 and older, but of course you could choose if they're younger, as long as they can chew, to give them 1 or 2. Definitely going by, how you feel with your kids and their age and what's appropriate. But as you learn more about these, I think you will find that it is a great way to not only just boost their immune system, but defend it. And one of the key things in there that has really been a highlighted, I would say, plant for a very long time is elderberry. And that is one of the ingredients in here. And yes, it has your D, your zinc, and your C, but the elderberry is really kind of one of these things right now that we are finding just has so many great properties to it. Now, you can't eat the leaves because they're poisonous, but the actual berry component to it has amazing health properties. And again, you have to note though, if you just go and think, oh, I can buy elderberry syrup, I can buy elderberry jam, and it's healthy, you don't know where the berries are coming from. You don't know if they're clean. So you can know with Shackley because they test it. We don't have to be concerned about contamination or any pesticides, herbicides being used. But if you're looking on the screen, the benefits of elderberry go way beyond just just a beyond immune system health, but even just helping with things that, many times we, kind of neglect how even allergies play a part into, our immune health. And this is a great natural source of boosting our immune system. So elderberry, again, big fan of it. It's actually been used for centuries in other countries to help with immunity, and now it's again slowly coming this way here to really help give us some more ideas of how we can naturally continue to work on our immune system. So we're very happy to have this a product in addition to our other immune options for our Shackley product family and our natural medicine cabinet. So I did mention at the very beginning toxic chemicals. We talk about hand sanitizers right now and bleach and everything being disinfected. We've got to be careful because all of these things play a significant part in helping to protect our bodies. If we are putting in chemicals, we are continuing to then be deficient in many areas. So we need to watch out for using too many chemicals and knowing that there are safe alternatives. And we could spend easily a whole session talking about this, but we just want to highlight really quickly that getting rid of chemicals is key. Shackley has an entire product line that is green and it works. It's used by, lots of people, including if you're looking on the screen there, the White House, Dr. Oz, Oprah, that it is a very cost-effective way to have concentrates that are plant-based and work. Everything from laundry. If you're washing your mask, you should not be using fabric softeners and things that you're breathing in all day that have chemicals. So be thinking about everything that you are putting, not just in your body, but also around your body to help with protective health for your immune system. So we want to real quickly mention here, because this was also something that was brand new today, that Shackley just came out with a good holiday gift guide that actually goes until December 6th. And if you purchase 3 of any of these products, you get an additional 15% off, which that is a great deal. So any member, this is for you. So if you purchase 3 of any of these, you get 15% off. So again, that is an amazing value. And I especially want to highlight those guys because some of our immunity products are in here. We got our tube of vitamin C, we have our defense boost, we have, hand sanitizer, some of the things that we talked about, our greens booster here. are just, you know, even some of our sports products for some of us that are big fans of, you know, electrolyte replacements and energy chews. So again, just want to make sure you know about this because it just was launched today and it goes through December 6th or while supplies last. And one more thing to mention, I am super proud of a group that we have going right now, our Fall Prove It Challenge, that they're just finishing their cleanse and they're moving into now the rest of their 30-day challenge of incorporating more whole foods and just noting maybe as they're starting to reintroduce certain things, you know, identifying triggers and habits. And that is what this is all about. Our goal on our team is to help instill healthy habits long term into people. And this means a comprehensive approach to wellness. We're going to be starting a group here. It's called Balance Through the Holidays, November 30th. And I'm, again, one of these things that I get excited when we know that we have the tools to really make a difference for people. And this, guys, will be a group that you don't want to miss. The goal is to provide everyday education. Now, we're also partnering with a couple other fitness professionals, and we have some Olympians that are going to be joining us for this. So, we would love people to either be taking part in some type of program, getting them started, whether it's Meology or Vitalizer and their Life Shake every day. And it's 21 days, and we're focusing on every day a different topic: mindset, motivation, recipes, tips, live workouts, and accountability. There'll be prizes, there will be giveaways, and again, anybody can participate. But we really would encourage you, if you guys know some people right now, I just feel like there's a lot of need right now for us to be making a difference in helping with improving health. So think of the people you know are struggling. If they're starting to, you know, show signs of being depressed, you notice people have been talking about not feeling well, not enough energy, they can't sleep well, there's under so much stress. Mention this to them, guys. These are just great tools that we have. So I wanted to make sure you know about this and when it begins and ends. And the last thing I want to mention, we were focusing on kids' health tonight, but this is a great summary of other immune products that we also have that are available for adults and kids. And this is a excellent way to just kind of showcase, you know, all of the different things that are available. And it's great to know we have so many natural options. And you know, I think that I said as we're heading into cold and flu season, many of these things you're going to want to keep on hand just so you have them available. So this sheet, you know, we're happy to send it to you if you'd like a copy of it, but it's a great one to keep on hand so you know what you should be using when you're not feeling well as a natural booster and trying to get some ideas of the best options for you. So wanted to highlight that, guys. And the last thing we want to finish here with, make sure, guys, that we are all working on a foundation for a healthier life. We talked about a foundation at the beginning for kids' health, or probiotics, a great start. But for adults, we really would love for you to understand more about what Meology is and Vitalizer to help give you a comprehensive approach to a foundation. The Life Shake fills that void with getting, you know, our macronutrients. We got our micronutrients with the Meology, and it is an amazing foundation for health. And we have all of our immune supporting products just to help covering of our immune system and continuing to build health that way. So, all right, guys, let's open up for questions here real fast or anything anybody would like to add. Feel free to unmute yourself here. If not here, guys, no problem. But again, we hope this was helpful. And you guys that are hanging out a little bit for business training, feel free to stay on here for a little bit. Otherwise, hope this was helpful, guys. And please share this with anybody you think it may help. So have an awesome night, guys. Stay healthy and stay safe. Thank you.
Thank you, Amanda.
Thank you. See ya.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Sorry, guys. I am trying to figure out how to stop our recording here. There we go.